Hello everybody, this is Mr. Marr, and this is my tutorial on how to make your own samples using Twisted Wave. Um, so these samples that you can record, you can use them as little Augs percussion sounds, you can use them as regular drum sounds, or just to kind of create some interesting textures to make your beat sound like no one else has ever heard before, because it's using sounds that you created yourself. So here we go. I already have my web browser open, and I'm going to go to twistedwave.com/online, and that's going to pull up this page right here. So once I'm here, I'm going to press the new document button, and that's going to open up the audio editor interface. This works a lot like Audacity, if you've ever used that program before. The benefit of this is that it uses a web-based interface, so you don't need to download anything. This works great for a Chromebook project, which is what we're doing in class. So, I have my new document up. I'm going to press this button right here. This is the universal symbol for recording, is the red dot. So I'm going to press that and record about 10 seconds of audio. Okay, so just doing a little bit of table drumming to see what kind of different sounds I can get. So you want to look for a sample that looks like this. There's like a peak that kind of shoots up really quick, and then it decays down. So that would work well. This also. Or even a small one like this. Even if it's quiet, you can actually make it louder. So I'm going to actually pick one of the smaller samples that I did right here. That's kind of cool. All right. So I'm just going to zoom in so I can really make sure that I get the line correct. There we go. I have a nice little Augs percussion sample. So once I'm at this point, I'm going to go up to Edit and then Crop. It is important to crop because when you export it, it needs to just be that one sound, or it's going to send the whole 10 seconds of audio. That's not as helpful. So since this is quiet, I'm going to press this button right here that says Normalize, and that stretches the sound wave out so it fills up the whole window and it makes it louder. There you go. So just like a little click, but it's kind of cool. Once you're at that point, we're going to export. So up here in the top right corner is the export button. I'm going to send to Google Drive. I'm going to call it sample number 1. We're sending it out as an MP3, but you can send it as different types of audio. MP3 is fine for our purposes, and I'm going to say send to Google Drive. So, since I'm already logged into my Google Drive account, it just went right away, but you might need to log into your Google Drive account when it asks you to do that. So, what you'll need to do is repeat that steps until you have 3 samples total. Sample 1, sample 2, sample 3. So you might want to pause here for a second, make sure you got that. Once you have that done, we're going to go to your Google Drive account. So google.com/drive. And that's going to open up your Google Drive. Go to Google Drive. And we can see that there is this sample that just opened up here. So I want to organize my samples so I can find them all when I need to. So I'm going to press New right here, a new folder, and it's going to be called Samples number 2. I already have another sample folder, so I just want to tell them apart. I'll call it sample number 1, so you can call it samples number 1 too. Or just samples, just label it, make sure you can find it again, right? create. So now I have this new folder, samples number 1. So I am going to change this to last modified so that the newest files and folders come up first. So now I have my sample, and I'm just going to drag that in to my sample folder. Now I have my sample in my sample folder. And it should work if I double click. Okay, not right now. But usually it's probably actually not working because I'm recording using a program that's probably blocking the audio. But usually when you double click on that, it'll play your sample and you'll be able to hear it. So once you have that, you've got your 3 samples in your sample folder. You're going to go share, and you're going to share your folder with your partner. So that way you both can work on it. You could both add samples if you want to record samples on your own. But I'm going to send it to a different Google account. And send. There we go. So that way we can both edit. And once you're at that point, you can move on to either the Audiosauna or the Soundtrap stepper sheets, depending on if you are over 13. 13 and up, you can do Soundtrap. 13 and or under 13, you're going to need to go Audiosauna, just because of the account that you would need to create. So I think that's it. And we're going to stop here. Thanks.